high school students filed a class action lawsuit last month against the Department of Education and the Public Schools Athletic League for depriving them of athletic opportunities in their schools. The complaint states that 17,323 Black and Latino teens attend a school with no sports teams at all. Lisa Parks just finished her sophomore year at the Urban Assembly Bronx Academy of Letters in Mott Haven and is one of the plaintiffs in the lawsuit. Last year, she moved to the Bronx from Georgia, where she ran track, but that came to a halt when she arrived at her new school. Lisa's school is small, with just 515 students, and shares its building with two other schools that replaced IS 183. It is difficult to create new sports teams in small schools because there aren't enough students to fill the spots. That's one of the reasons why she can't run track. The other reason is a lack of transparency in the application process for a sports team. The lawsuit claims it makes it hard for an application to get approved. The PSAO lists criteria for granting new sports teams. There should be a high level of student interest for a new team. Schools are responsible in hiring a teacher as a coach. Schools must financially support the new team. The new request should comply with Title IX by providing equal opportunities to boys and girls, and small schools are prioritized. The principal of Bronx Academy of Letters says these decisions often go against schools in Black and Latino neighborhoods.
It's hard to see a young person who wants something that shouldn't be so unrealistic.
The PSAL provides 25 sports to more than 45,000 athletes in over 400 schools. According to PSAL figures cited in the lawsuit, between 2012 and 2017, only half of sports team requests from schools that were more than 90% Black and Latino students got approved. But nearly 3/4 of such requests were approved for schools whose student bodies were 10% or less Black and Latino students.
And so often, because of the community that we're in and the deep segregation that we experience here in the South Bronx, we're left with spaces where our students are not seeing the best versions of who they can be.
Matthew Diaz is also a plaintiff in the lawsuit and a senior at Bronx Academy of Letters. He grew up playing volleyball during summer vacations in Puerto Rico with his family. It was no surprise for Matthew his school did not offer volleyball, but it still bothered him.
I feel kind of like someone not giving me an opportunity.
To create more access for students of color, the lawsuit suggests the PSAL should prioritize an umbrella program, under which small schools could band together and make a larger sports program. City Council member Antonio Reynoso attended a rally last month in support of the lawsuit.
The Department of Education refuses to regularly release data on how it distributes funding for after-school sports in all its schools. So you have to ask, what are they hiding?
The council member introduced a bill this year that advocates transparency in the process for selecting schools receiving new sports teams. In a statement to the Hechinger Report, the Department of Education says the PSAL is working to add more teams across the city's schools. For Matt and Lisa, they hope their fight for sports equity sparks others to follow their footsteps.
Why all sports are important for me? Because it made me understand life better.
I would say that we should be able to have the sports we need in our schools.